Tone, gritty, emotional, and intensely protective. The voice should be deep and steady, cracking slightly during the emotional peaks. What turned me into the bad guy in the eyes of the law? It wasn't greed, and it wasn't hate. It was the look in my daughter's eyes when she told me why she was afraid to go back to her mother's house for the weekend. My ex had started dating this guy, some high society accountant named Marcus. Everyone thought he was a saint. But that Friday, my 7-year-old, Lily, wouldn't let go of my leg. She whispered that Marcus had a special game in the basement, a game involving a webcam and costumes that made her feel cold inside. I felt my blood turn to ice. I went to the police, but Marcus's brother was the captain of the local precinct. They laughed me out of the station, told me I was just a bitter ex trying to ruin a good man's reputation. Even my ex-wife called me delusional. I realized right then, the system wasn't coming to save her. I didn't call the cops again. I called an old friend from my days in the Marines. We didn't bring guns. We didn't need them. We waited until my ex went to her yoga class and we paid Marcus a little visit. When we broke down that basement door, we didn't just find a game. We found a server filled with hundreds of files, not just of my daughter, but of kids from all over the county. He wasn't just a creep, he was a distributor. When Marcus saw us, he didn't even look ashamed. He looked annoyed. He told me I was interrupting a transaction. I lost it. I didn't stop until my knuckles were raw and the server was a pile of twisted metal and silicon. I didn't care about the sirens or the assault with a deadly weapon charges that would follow. As they led me away in handcuffs, the neighbors looked at me like I was a monster. The local news called me a violent vigilante. But as I looked back at my house, I saw Lily standing in the window. She wasn't shaking anymore. For the first time in months, she looked safe. So yeah, call me the villain. I'll wear that label for the rest of my life, and if it means she never has to play